I first met our next speaker at the Together We Will initial meeting. We had gathered to learn how to take action. Most of us were still in shock after the election results. I don't know about you, but I'm still in shock. Anyway, Sita Stuk's presence at that meeting inspired me, and I know that what she's going to say to you will inspire you too. She grew up in New York before she moved to Georgia to attend Emory University, and then she moved to the Bay Area, which she considers the best place she's lived so far. She's worked solely at community nonprofits since 2010, and since entering the world of social work, primarily in the field of clinical health. Throughout her career, she's always been strongly interested in policy and advocacy. And a combination of the 2016 election cycle and feeling there was only so much she could do for her clients when many are in the system that is stacked against them, pushed her to switch to activism. She is currently a leader of the Women's March San Jose team and a member of the 5 Calls research team. It is my greatest pleasure to introduce to you my hero, Sita Stuk.
And that bio doesn't seem nearly as pompous when it's in written form. Yes, and I'm significantly shorter than everyone else. Okay. All right, so thank you all for coming, and I'm wondering who has seen Donald Trump's tweet from this morning? All right, so for those of you who haven't seen it, it involves the CNN logo imposed over someone's head. Donald Trump is tackling someone, and it's a clip from WWE. So, the hashtags are WWN Fraud News CNN and hashtag FNN Fake News Network. So, that is what came out of Donald Trump this morning on 4th of July weekend. So I want to talk to you about a very different type of person. He is a good person, hardworking, genuine and honest, and he has actually bled for our country many, many times. The person I'm going to talk to you today about is John Lewis. So, Congressman Lewis was born in 1940 to 2 sharecropper parents in Alabama. And he served in the House since 1987, being re-elected 14 times. Several times he's run unopposed, and only one candidate has managed to get over 30% of the vote. Every other time it's been under 27% against him. Prior to his time in Congress, he was involved in the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, Freedom Rides, and the Selma Bloody Sunday, in which his skull was cracked on the Edmund Pettus Bridge. So unlike our president, who had 4 deferments for heel spurs and whatever else they were, John Lewis has bled for civil rights in this country. More recently, in 2016, some of you may have seen, he led a sit-in at regarding gun control, and he was arrested for that also. So I had the opportunity to meet John Lewis a couple weeks ago, and it was one of the most amazing experiences of my life. I had not been looking forward to going back to Georgia for the first time since the election because of having non-white skin, and I have been in my Bay Area bubble. So I was really not looking forward to going back there. And I happened to look up Jon Ossoff because I'd been following that race and was interested in seeing if I could find out anything I could do while I was there. And it turned out that John Lewis was helping with Get Out the Vote rallies. So I had my husband and family drop me off by myself, and I went, and I couldn't find where they were, so I missed his whole speech. But I was lucky enough to catch him in the parking lot where he was gracious enough to talk to everyone one-on-one. So So when it was my chance to talk to him, I started crying, and I cried through the whole thing. So in the picture, there's tears in my eyes. But I told him that he was my hero, and that it kills me, it hurts me, and I'm tearing up as I think about it right now, that his legacy is being destroyed. The work that he has sacrificed so much of his life for is just being eviscerated. Civil rights are being stripped away from us left and right. The Voting Rights Act that he fought for, that his friends were killed over, was gutted a few years ago. So I told him that he inspires me, he's my hero, he's one of the reasons that I want to get into politics, because he is someone that I look up to, he is someone in Congress that other people should follow. And the best thing about him, while I was crying and couldn't get my words out, he put his hand on my arm, and my voice is cracking, and he said, "It's all right, it's okay, take your time." And I thought, this is a man who has been in Congress for 30 years and is out here on a very hot, humid Saturday, Georgia afternoon, going to 4 get out the vote rallies for a new up-and-coming politician. This is who we want to elect. This is who we want to have in office. This is not what we have right now. So what I want to leave you with is to find your passion, find your inspiration, because meeting him gave me the shot in the arm I needed. We've done a lot of work. It's easy to get burnt out, and we have a lot of work ahead of us. So find your passion, find your inspiration, find your hero, because we need all the energy to get him impeached.